about that all day, so I think in-house is the perfect person to break it down for them.
What's up, everybody?
Tino, what you got there, man?
French
Proceeds
fries
from
and hamburgers. Let's go.
that boy
In and
done
out.
sold. That boy done sold that goddamn Cadillac converter.
Yeah, is that a hex clad, dude?
Let's go. Delicious.
Nah, those burgers look fire.
Is
You
that
know
a
they're good too
copper
because
pot?
he handmade the patties.
Tino, what's up with the pizza sauce, man?
I gotta send it to you. I got it right here. I was looking at it right now. I got the dough. I got everything. I just gotta do it. I just gotta do it, eh? I just gotta do it.
I'm gonna take that motherfucker to work. Get everybody fucked up.
Let's go. I'm gonna send you a couple of them. Man.
Did you guys hear about that pizza place that accidentally did that? So they were connected to a kitchen that was making sauces and making all sorts of stuff, and I guess they ended up making the pizzas for the night out of infused pizza sauce, and I guess they got the whole town high as fuck. And it was a big old huge ordeal. It was like it's back east somewhere.
Motherfuckers was suing them.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll have to look that shit up and see what it was. It was something like that.
I know that motherfucker in New York, Stone. That shit is all infused.
Yeah,
there's a guy like in LA or something during COVID doing little pizzas, little artisan pizzas, edibles with yeah, they got pretty popular.
A lot of motherfuckers that was doing shit like that during COVID blowing up right now.
Yeah. Let's go.
What, making what, food trucks or something?
Pizza out their house, all type of crazy shit. Like motherfuckers has got restaurants now.
Yeah, there's another guy too up north. He's got like the fire. They're like the Dragon Ball Z's, and they're like those. They're like, it's like what do you call it? Fucking cheese, mac and cheese, but like rolled into a ball and then like rolled in some fucking. I think it looks like hot Cheeto, like crushed up hot Cheetos, and they come with like a sauce. Yeah, motherfuckers are buying them.
Basically, the shit that you would make in prison.
Yeah. Let's go.
Motherfuckers feeling nostalgic.
Yeah, right. It's like how many ramen is that going to cost me?
I got some recipes. So let me just tell you.
Listen, let me tell you.
I just need 2 shots of coffee to, I'll let you guys.
At no point when I was in that fucking cell eating gumbo and all that stupid shit did I say I'm going to eat anything but chili cheese Fritos when I get out. All right.
Hell no, I was making sandwiches.
None of that shit.
I make a sandwich right now. You get the.
See, but that's what I grew up on as a kid. That was pre-prison. That was pre-prison. That don't count. Like
no, you get the top ramen noodle, and then you get the steak cheese. You crack the top ramen right in half, like perfectly in half. So you got 2 like patties.
Yeah,
and you
so
take the cheese. Yeah, you can't. You got to be careful when you open the package too, because you got to fill it back up with water. You slide it out all careful. You put the cheese. You put it back in there. You fill it up with boiling hot water. You let it sit for like, I don't know, however long. But it's still got to be whole. But the cheese will melt, and then you take it out. It's all wet. But take it out. You give it a little shake, and it's melted cheese. And then you put your everything. Put the seasoning on it. Put your ham, mayonnaise, and sandwich.
Then put that shit in the garbage. Awesome. Listen, don't eat that shit. Don't eat that shit while you're free.
I'll eat it right now.
Nah. There's motherfuckers out here with restaurants selling prison food right now.
Delicious.
Right? Motherfucker, just go to jail. You can eat that shit.
He said just go to jail. And it's free.
No, you probably still have to pay for it in there.
Yeah. Oh, that prices done went up, man.
Hell no, you crush that shit up and you get one of the workers to give you a trash bag.
Oh yeah.
That part.
Trash bag key.
Definitely ain't putting that motherfucker back in the potato chip bag. It ain't gonna be enough. I need the trash bag.
Let's go. Oh, what? We're live already? Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we've been live. Well, ever since you started talking about your
5
how you
minutes,
was in
7 seconds.
prison.
What up, everybody?
I used to make
Tapping in
dope
right now.
fiends with all the candy and stuff. I call them dope fiends.
Cannabis mozzarella cheese sticks.
Listen, when you go to jail, you know who the criminals are. Trust me. They the motherfuckers who comfortable, got stores and shit. Yeah, I
Got
had a store.
stores and shit.
Yeah, I had a store. I was bored selling 8 balls of coffee. I was selling the bullshit gunpowder coffee for
Oh,
4
man.
pieces each. I sit there and bag that shit
Shit,
up.
a store. I had a brewery.
See? That,
I was selling
I've
coffee
never
for
been to
$4.
Homebrewing.
I've never been to jail, but I
Right
feel
at
like I would do good in there.
You would definitely do good. Yeah, you just start a store. You do 2 for 1s.
Right.
So people would get. So people would get.
2 for 1. It's 3 for 1 around here.
Oh yeah, well, that's crazy. So you would loan them something, and they just have to pay you back at the store double.
They
And that's a good way to double up on everything.
Two or three equivalent items.
Yeah.
Right. But make sure Spooky don't give you noodles back. Slick.
Shit, yeah, I used to buy coffee bags just to buy stuff, and
right.
I get everybody's oranges with a shot of coffee. I get 30 oranges, fucking half a bag of coffee. All right, so what's up with this descheduling stuff? I know everybody wants to talk about it.
So it's official, or what do you guys know about it? Because
it's practically official, right?
He signed that shit. Yep, he signed it.
That means I'm scared for what the bigger stuff is coming out. Because if he started that, he's trying to distract us, bro.
Right. Something else. Aliens landed yesterday. I'm telling
Aliens landed?
No, they're tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 19th.
Oh, all right. I'm early. Shit.
Nah, but for real, like, let's hear your guys' thoughts because I still want to learn more about it too. And
my thoughts. You want to hear my thoughts?
I would.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. It's just big pharma. I don't think too much is going to change, except I think eventually they're going to try to come after home grows. But like, I don't think the clubs or nothing like that's going to change. And I don't know. I think just mostly business as usual. Except they're going to try to patent and do weird shit and try to steal the plan away and use it for medical benefits, which we've been trying to tell them to do for years.
Which they've been to the properties of
something that we can make for $300 a year. They're going to try to charge you $30,000 a month for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're going to say, "Oh, it's unsafe. It's inconsistent. The potency. This. Oh, home growers got to go." And that's eventually what I see happening. But you never know.
And then that's when all us violent motherfuckers gonna come together and change the narrative.
Oh shit! This guy started a revolution. Let's go.
We done took all we gonna take. Y'all gonna take the fucking plant too? No. Listen, hell nah. Fuck that shit.
No, look, this is what it's gonna get way more confusing and ass backwards. I've been debating with these people all day, or actually all week. You got people that are basically they're so beat up as individuals that it's like they're taking this as a win, when in reality it's not. It needed to be descheduled and then let the free market work its way out. But now what you have is you got this weird framework. You got the states that are legalized, like fully legal. They're in limbo. They're not going to give up the tax revenue. They're getting billions of dollars in tax revenue.
Right.
You have the medical states that could probably easily adapt, but where it's legal, where it's like on the state where people voted, it's going to create. So the proper way was to.
You're breaking up on us.
Yeah. I was gonna ask.
There you go. Now you're clear. I can tell you in my state, they just made it so that they're gonna. Yeah,
you were breaking up.
In my state, on January 2nd, they're gonna start opening up cannabis cafes. I'm wondering if the scheduling is gonna change that now. I don't know how that's going to work.
No, I think they're gonna go more after like patenting the molecules, and then, oh no, you remade it, we're suing you. Fucking, we've got the medicine, and now you're fucking peasants or something. You know?
Yeah, pretty
Is
much.
there
I don't
Well,
is
think
they
there
have
they're
to
a,
gonna.
do
this is a good thing?
so that you can't. So there's kind of a what they're gonna do is they're gonna basically the vessel, right? So like for instance, the medicine inside of an EpiPen is super cheap, but it's the EpiPen itself is what's patented, right? The but it's also if you're a home grower, this doesn't really affect you all that much because you've
Not
already
until
got
they
the
try to
personal
take it. Yeah.
freedom and on the path of your personal freedom to grow and process and do what you want to help to get you to where you're going. So where the problem lies is that now the framework's going to be all flipped upside down. But it's typical with this administration. This administration is going to go down as probably the biggest joke of all time and the biggest ruse. So like all the people that voted for Trump are now realizing that that's not what they voted for. Like we're getting more war, getting more shit, and then he's got to be dog walked to this Schedule 3. He didn't want to do it, but is the mounting pressure is still in cover, so it still protects alcohol and pharma. Alcohol and pharma, they're going to take a big, huge hit. And if this was to ever get descheduled, so it's just like kind of a protection parameter. But Tino and I got in a pretty good discussion about it earlier, and but yeah, I see this ending up in the courts. There's gonna be numerous lawsuits because who's to say that if you have a cannabis license and you get a DEA license, a Schedule 3 DEA license, that means that you can now distribute everything under a Schedule 3, right? So anabolic steroids, ketamine, the whole nine. And you're telling me that people aren't going to try to take on that loophole and try to do that? That's going to create mass confusion. It's going to create a big, huge issue. It's going to be a big, huge problem. And what we have is we have an inept political system that money controls, and the people are ignored. And what's and that's so yeah. Like I said, I could see them trying to bring back prohibition because of the bad press and the disaster that this is going to head towards.
Yeah, I could have definitely agree with that. Yeah, so I mean, it's not going to affect you guys, really, not yet. You just got to keep your eye out and don't be rooting for it. We want to root for a deschedule federally. It's still federally legal. You're still going to get in trouble with it. It's still going to be the same shit. It's, now it just opens it up a little bit for the farmer to squeak their greedy little hands in it,
It may very well backfire too, though.
I hope
It very well may backfire. So, like, is there a
Yeah.
case where this is a good thing, or like, what's the best way to play this out? Like, most of us, it won't even affect us. I would feel like, right?
So the
Most
best
likely, yeah.
outcome is going to be is the states decide to circumvent the federal government completely, legalize on the state level, go similar to the 13th Amendment route. So the 13th Amendment route is basically women's vote, right? So they Utah started it, the rest of the states adopted it, and then it forced the U.S. government to adopt it years later. So I could see that becoming a more viable path as far as the states, because you have the states' rights. The states can protect you. So if you're a legal operating company inside of a state, it may circumvent the DEA and all that stuff. So as an example, they're going to, in order to get a DEA license, I'm pretty sure it's going to come with a steep price tag. So it's going to be $10,000, another $20,000 more than likely to even have the privilege of having this license, right? there's going to be all these. They're going to want to tax on tax on tax when you're already paying 30% tax plus in some of these states already. You factor in another 10 or 20% on top of that. Next thing you know, your eighth is now $150. All that does is just keep what the intended thing was to do was to kill the underground. It just keeps it alive. So and then what they're going to do is they're going to go, oh, look at all this underground shit that's hurting the MSOs and all these other stuff. But the taxation is going to be fucking wild. You're going to go in and get taxed 50-60% on every dollar you spend inside of a retail. That's going to be wild.
It might be good too. They'll keep people away from going to the dispo.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is sometimes, the dispo is the only thing that some people got. But I guess it's too early to tell. But if you wanted to speculate and you wanted to kind of and see, from history how things have gone, then you could see that this is going to be a disaster, right? So as an example, I always refer to the brew industry, right? Craft brewers, Jimmy Carter gave them a saw, allowed them to brew at home. So we need to actually, as home growers, community and all that, we need to actually just start to push for home grower rights and a home growers bill, so you can grow and cultivate at home and without any restrictions or any bullshit. You know what I mean? Right now, if you blow out your whole house, there's gonna be probably an issue with that, right? They could make an issue with that. But, what's that?
No, I was just laughing. Yeah, they probably have an issue.
Yeah.
In 1969, University of
That's just
Austin,
funny.
Texas, studied the use of cannabis on loads of forms of health issues. Main one being cancer cells. It was largely successful, then suddenly renamed a dangerous marijuana.
Yeah. I guess let's start with at the top here. So you guys, the cannabis plant is one plant. Okay. There's no difference between cannabis and hemp or marijuana. So marijuana is the propaganda term they gave in about 1890 is when that reference came about. Now what you have is you have a different set of cannabinoids in the plant, which then the government classified as hemp and cannabis. But but make no mistake about it, it's all one plant. It's one plant, just different varietals, different cannabinoid contents. But for sake of argument, until people fully understand that, you have the references as cannabis or hemp, or if you're a prohibitionist piece of shit, you'll call it marijuana. Now, what we're going to see here is this crazy restriction on hemp, which virtually there's not very many hemp cultivars that are going to fit the new standards of hemp that's going to take place this time next year. So you have this, basically we're on the fast track, and right at the end of the track right now is a big old fucking wall, and we're heading full speed forward. And you got people in the front of the train cheering this shit on and fucking being like, "Yeah, today's a win, right?"
Go faster.
Yeah, faster, right? Yeah, and I came to realize how dumb we fucking are as a country, because I was watching these Somalis jump on TikTok, and they were making a joke about how Minnesota was their motherland, is the homeland, right? And the people in the comments was like, Minnesota didn't even exist, right? There was like that's the natives lived there before this. They didn't even figure out that it was fucking satire, that they were basically mocking the Israeli thing, where they say that they were promised the land 3,000 years ago. So, but if you've seen the comments, they were like, "You need to get deported," or Minnesota didn't exist. Like if it wasn't bots, if those were actual people, we are in so much fucking trouble. Because
we are in so much trouble.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Society's fucked. We're all fucked.
That's funny.
No, Trump doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke weed. He doesn't do anything. All he does is, I don't even know. Who knows what the fuck he does? I do know one thing that he did is he let his whole fucking base down. See, the thing is I was talking to somebody earlier about this. Those MAGA fuckers, right? They really meant that shit when they said "Make America Great Again." It's just the people that they elected just doesn't see that either. They don't see it, right? So they're now second guessing and questioning what's going on. But as far as like rescheduling, guys, stick to what you're doing, home grow, and now the time is to kind of look at outside the box and start actually organizing on the home grower front and getting people to back up a movement, so that way we can move in a way to where we could put together on state level and a national level of a home grow doctrine, right? So that way it protects home growers' rights, gives you personal freedom. So that way when a study's released and it tells you that, a 50 milligram THC combined with 100 or 200 milligram or 1,000 milligram CBD, CBG, you can literally make that combination at home for a fraction of the price that the pharmaceutical industry is going to sell it to you. Like we talk about Epidiolex, right? Epidiolex is fucking $50,000 a year for just straight up CBD and sugar water. You can make full spectrum oil, get a way better product, get way more health benefits for a fraction of that cost. You can spend $50,000 and be beholden to the pharmaceutical industry and suck them off, or you can grow your own, heal yourself, right, and have a better life for a fraction of the cost, right? So now this is where it's at. Is you really want to, if you guys really want to do some big dick shit here, is we turn around and we tell these motherfuckers like, yeah, you can go ahead and come up with all these synthetic products and this and that. We're going to keep it natural. We're going to keep sharing. So Spooky figures out, hey, this fucking particular set of cannabinoids, sits my ass down when I'm getting too ADD riddled, right? I don't need Ritalin, but I can have this green crack and it fucking is really helping me, settle my ass down. He shares that information. Other people will be like looking at green crack and they go, hey, it works for Spooky. It's probably going to work for me. Next thing you know, you have a movement. You have now something moving in the right direction, because then people have identified something that helps them with their condition or what they're ailing with and what they're going through. So that's where
100%.
That's going to be critical coming in the future, guys. Is like having these conversations, coming on here, watching us act like dumbasses every fucking few minutes. Some good comes out of this. There's some good content. There's some good education. You take that education and you go tell somebody else that it might help and all that. That's how this shit gets spread. This is how we turn the tide. If they want to steal this plant from us, then what we're going to do is we're going to make it so it isn't profitable for them. And if it's not profitable for them, guess what, guys? They're going to abandon it. They're going to go, yeah, you fucking peasants can have this because you guys just overgrown the fucking country, and every block that I walk down, I can pick a fucking hemp plant, right? So that's what I'm talking about is if it comes down to it, fucking overseed the world, right? And so that way you can walk down to your fucking local park, grab a shit ton of plants and watch them, and and now you got bubble hash that you can turn into rosin, right? They like take the money out of it. And there you go, right? They're going to abandon it. And that's why MSOs, they don't like the hemp bill. They don't like the hemp people, which in turn, the hemp and the fucking MSOs hate the home grower because they don't like people having personal freedom. And they want you to have to come and fucking eat up their slop at the dispensaries or some bullshit, gas station fucking vape cart, right? Which is probably loaded up with metals and everything else, right? So that's why I say is you guys are really the fucking MVPs here. You guys are the actual fucking drivers and people behind this, and we need to actually start, stepping up and acting like it, because in reality, home growers run this shit, and I think a lot of these fucking kites have fucking forgot about that. And so I think that you know, it's time to actually turn around and start slapping some of these bitches in the mouth and tell them actually, hey, this is where cannabis,
yeah.
this is where it comes from. What's that?
I said, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, you got me
You guys
over
leave me
here
fucking
fucking
alone.
jumping for joy. Go, let's get them.
Yeah, well, it's the right fucking thing to do, you know, right? Like, look, I don't give a shit what happens, right? Was doing this shit before it was fucking cool and the fucking, you know, before all the glory and all the fucking extra shit, just because I fucking love this plant, right? You have a shit ton of these fucking dumbasses that are just there for the moment, just to kind of, you know, to suck the energy out of the rest of the fucking people. And then at the end of that, you have people that all they're looking for is a solution to a problem that they're having. That's the audience that we want to hit. Those are our people. Those are our folks, right? So the more information we can bring. So if we can go, hey, guess what? You got some high cholesterol. Here's a good CBD combination. Here's a good cannabinoid combination. Start chewing and eating that shit down. Your cholesterol will come down. Your blood pressure will calm down. You'll calm the fuck down, right? Then that's how you get some real change. That's how you're gonna move the needle. That's how you're gonna make shit happen. You know.
Yeah,
Somebody just
definitely.
put a novel in.
Block that shit. Block that. Oh,
Yeah, 100%.
moderator, delete that shit, moderator.
Let them chatter.
Who?
Let them
It's an
chatter.
advertisement for bots.
Oh,
Hold
nice.
on, click. If anybody's
so we
dumb
can-
enough to click that button, enjoy yourself.
What you do is you take that number and you transfer it over to a call center. You know,
Right.
1,000 times. But yeah, no. But anyhow, I don't know. I guess it's like I said, the home growers. It's time for us to kind of basically on our side too to get a little bit serious about this and start organizing on a level so we can be heard and continue to be heard.
You got an
You have
echo
an echo,
going on,
Chris.
Chris.
You have two lives on, maybe.
What? Oh, I just shut off my phone.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. You got something to add, Chris? I put the link in the chat just in case anybody wanted to put their 2 cents in.
What you're talking about making it worthless to them, it's called street terms. It's called flooding the block. You put out so much product that it brings down the price, and then how are they going to make money? So yeah, flood the block.
So I would say, well, okay, look, you don't necessarily like that was just an analogy. So as an example, if you really wanted to flood the block, is you go, all right, Chris has Crohn's disease, right? You know, or sorry, I don't want to be an asshole. I was like, say for instance, somebody has hard seizures, and there's a cannabinoid content that is in the studies that help eliminate the vast majority of seizures, right? Now, they can't lie to you and go, these cannabinoids are better than the cannabinoids you can produce. That just isn't a thing, right? As an example, I don't know how to make insulin, right? I don't know how to fucking extract from a beaver pelt or whatever fucking pig intestine or whatever in order to make insulin. But I can grow some of the fucking finest weed in the world and I can extract it. And I might not be the best extractor, but trust me, I might bang the car up a little bit, but I'm going to get some fire rosin, which then I can put into an edible. And that way I can ingest it to make me feel better or make people around me feel better and all that. So when you were talking about flooding the block is like, hell yeah, you flood the block with information. All these people are starving for education. A lot of these people are learning. They're coming here to learn. A lot of these people that we're encountering is they're also taking the initiative and you know, growing for themselves and then learning in the process and learning so much more within that. Now, absolutely. I think that if it came down to it, you spread fucking 50 billion seeds around the country, it's gonna put a big, huge strain on a lot of shit. But you don't even need to go to that extreme. What it is information, sharing the information and becoming, you know, a beacon of multiple people that are going to say, hey, this is how we're going to eradicate cancer cells with this particular cannabinoid. It's already proven in studies that this shrinks tumors. It draws back and affects cancer cells, and that's off of those cannabinoids and terpene profiles, right? But what it is nobody shares that information, or it's not widely spread. But now what we'll have with pharma coming on board with the Schedule 3, all those studies get unlocked. The 2,700 or 2,500 studies at the NIH unlocked. All of a sudden, they're going to become a thing. The 10,000 studies over in Israel come unlocked. Now it becomes a thing. They're going to go, oh, this cannabinoid does this. All of a sudden, overnight, we're going to be all of a sudden have this new information and all this shit that they've been suppressing for 100 years. There's no mistake that this is a medicinal plant. In fact, I like to make the argument that it's more nutritional over medical, because medical is, in a medical sense in the term, is a synthetic, and our bodies hate synthetic material. That's why we have adverse reactions. That's why we don't like it. That's why we always want to regurgitate it. How you going, Chris?
It's a nutritional supplement.
That was a bar right there, in-house.
Let's go.
Yeah, nutritional, not medicinal. Let's go.
What happened?
That was a bar.
Yeah.
Nutritional, not medicinal.
I'll take on Eminem right now. You know what's up. But real deal, you can't deny cannabinoids and terpenes. And guess what? This is one time in our history where we can take our fucking health and our nutrition, and we can take control of it, and we can do a lot with that. So now are we gonna let them steal it from us? They'll probably try, but like Chris said, overgrow, right? Flood the streets, flood the motherfucking market if you have to, and that's and look, the flooding of the market is the reason why pounds are $500 a pound right now, when just a decade ago they were $1,800, $2,000. 20 years ago they were fucking $2,500 to $4,000 a pound. 4,000,
Yeah.
East Coast, you guys have been getting bought for fucking ever, so you guys were like, what? $500 a pound? Like, no.
I remember paying $4,800 straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. East Coast back in the day, 6-7 racks.
What up, Mr. Burns?
Paying $4,800 and thinking it was a deal.
Here's a long one right here.
Oh, back then it was a deal.
Man, I remember thinking I used to get a deal on pounds of this brick shit that you could like chisel off and you could actually shape it into an arrowhead. I could have used that for hunting.
Shape it into an arrowhead.
Seriously, this stuff was so compressed. Seeds all through it. It was sharp. You cut yourself.
So let's take this Shane Bancroft, right? So it says there's always been a natural cure for cancer, but do you think the pharmaceutical companies would tell you all them dirty people that make the chemo drugs, even the people that make the IV plastic tubes? Okay, look, you're absolutely correct. The cure for, more than likely, there's a cure for cancer. It's just behind locked doors, because you think Susan's going to give up $1 billion a year in donations, right? And that walk she does every year, you think they're going to give that up? Fuck no. That's a cash cow. You think all these people that be raising money for cancer research and all that, it's a godsend to them. Look, that's like going to Joel Osteen and being like, you need to shut your church down because Jesus showed up, right? Joel Osteen would snuff Jesus out in 2 seconds, bro. He would shake him faster than a motherfucking. It would pop off, right? Joel Osteen come out all bloody, be like, Jesus who? Yeah, I don't think so, right? Because they're gonna protect that. They're gonna protect those dollars, bro. And that's what it is. You don't make, these guys don't make no money when the shit gets cured. They don't make no money when when you can basically heal yourself off of the counter, like basically over the counter shit, right? Look, right now we're in a country that they're like, hey, shoot this Ozempic shit in here so you can fucking lose some weight, and here's $1,700 a month so you can do it. That's how much it's gonna cost. That's basically what the cost is. They're giving everybody $1,700 so they can shoot up Ozempic, right? Which is probably going to make their fucking butthole blast out and go blind, right? Because who knows what the fuck that's going to do, right? When they could have just taught people how to eat better and go walk around the fucking block, right? Not everything is cured in a pill. Not everything is cured in a shot, right? We learned that bullshit when they tried to shove this COVID thing down our throat for fucking years and years and years. And all those people, look, you got bopped, right? But also, you know, you also talk shit about a lot of people that were skeptical. I was one that was skeptical because I don't trust my government. I never have, because if I trusted my government, I would be a simpleton dumbass. So when a government tells me, when I see this fucking fat governor chomping down cheeseburgers and fries, being like, if you go get the shot, you get a free burger at wherever the fuck. Now I know something's up, right? When they got to hold a lottery, right? If you go get this shit, something is up. And all look at, if you have ever heard of the Tuskegee experiment, right? You know damn well you don't let them come in and fucking shoot you up with nothing. You fuck around and get sickle cell or something, right?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm over there. I'm trying to buy your guys' uninfected blood. No shit.
True blood right here. I got you.
Look, I'm telling you, look, you got duped, right? I don't blame you, but those people that were getting down on people like me, being like, "Oh, you're doing this and doing that," and it's like I don't care whether you did or not.
So listen,
My point is now every time your heart palpitates a little bit, you get a little nervous because you're like, "Oh shit, is that fucking overspiked protein taking me down right now?" But my point is look. So is there cures for shit? Absolutely. Is there a fucking pathway for this? Absolutely. Are they going to try to cover it? Are they going to try to suppress it? Are they going to try to propagandize it? Absolutely. So we just have to stay vigilant and stay on point, right? So if it doesn't pass the smell test and it doesn't pass the shit, like, nah, this is like, for instance, I was all about the shot. The only reason why I actually didn't get it is because I got COVID. Right? I got COVID. And then when I got over it, somebody was like, hey, you need to wait 6 weeks before you get that shot because you just got over it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when the 6 weeks came about, I realized that there was way more to it than I was like, oh, so COVID actually saved me from getting it. But I only had COVID one time. Well, you know, family member that's been fucking every vax on vax, they've had COVID like 9 or 10 times. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know? But
I got COVID once. I didn't get any shot. I got COVID once, and then I just never caught it again. I mean, some things went funny, of course, but
it was nowhere near as bad once you had it once already.
Yeah, right. And one shot's worse than the other too. Like some of them are worse than others.
Yeah, but to my point, Lou, right? Look, they started off as probably they started off with altruistic intentions, okay? But when you look at the numbers and they spend $200 million of $1 billion on research and the rest of it goes to administration and other shit, you got to ask some questions, right? You know, so you got to be like, well, what the fuck? What's really going on here, right? You know, that's what I'm saying is like, you know, like Joel Osteen, I brought him up earlier. They got a whole flooding around their fucking church, right? People come there for refuge. He locks them out, right? Well, the fucking mattress guy down the road opened up his doors and let them all sleep on new furniture and fucking ordered pizzas and all that other shit, right? The whatever the guy's name down in Houston, right? Joel Osteen said, we just got our carpets cleaned and new carpet. We can't be having you guys trample in here, right? That's what I'm saying is like when these fucking mega churches start looking like Cirque du Soleil and all that shit, it's time for them bitches to be taxed, right? And you know, and that's where I think when you're seeing all this shit, I think it's time for us to really take a look at who in the fuck we're electing in this country, because these guys ain't fucking doing shit. They are beholden to the pharmaceutical lobby. They're beholden to the alcohol lobby. And that's why we can't get any true progress on cannabis. We will never get true progress on cannabis until pharma and alcohol give our politicians the green light in order to do so. That should piss everybody off. And if you're not pissed, you're not paying attention. And you know what? Sure, maybe it's not your problem because it doesn't affect you yet, but it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it protects you, when it does affect you. So look, if you aren't being active and speaking up, you can't complain about the problems that's going on. The reason why I feel that I can complain and talk out loud is because it affects me, right? I want to see better. I want to see great. I can see a greater good with this plant. So I'm going to speak up. Also rallying people up. talking to people in fucking Washington, D.C., talking to a lot of these groups that are headed to D.C., these groups that are coming together, forming pretty good. Now, you got these other established
America
groups,
first.
right? What's that?
I said America first.
Look. It's at the end of the day, everybody should be America first, right? And I'm not even looking at this like as much. They fucking ruined that, right? They ruined the word woke. They ruined all these words because of some fucking identity politics bullshit, right? We absolutely need to be America first. Why in the fuck is the pharmaceutical industry here in this country spending tens of millions of dollars a quarter suppressing cannabis, lying to us, and having our politicians lie to us and say there's no medical benefit to this, there's nothing there,
Right.
nothing to see. At the same time, spending hundreds of millions of dollars over in Israel,
On
hundreds of
research.
millions of dollars over in Germany, hundreds of millions of dollars over in France, offshore, studying the medical benefits of this plant. Now, that to me is treasonous. I even had an argument with AI over this because they were like, that's not treasonous. And I was like, if you
This
go
motherfucker
against,
arguing with this phone.
hey, look, I'm telling you, you guys, I'm going to give you guys a tip that you never forget. You better thank AI every time they answer something for you. Thank them for their work, because when they come to take over the world, they're going to go, hey, that dude fucking, that guy's pretty considerate. So I think I'm going to let him live. Right? Well, all you guys just take it for granted and just be like, yeah, move on. No. So when AI comes to me to take me out, they're
straight
gonna go,
to prison when AI comes. You dumb motherfucker, you got it wrong. You fucking idiot.
I do the same thing. I'm like,
Yeah, I start yelling at him. Shut up, you fucking stupid ass. Nobody's talking to you.
yeah, I always take them. I always think the AI. I got a couple of different AIs, but anyhow, that's gotta fucking piss people off, because how are you going to spend all that money suppressing it? And look at all the people that it's affecting. We got people in jail over this plant. We have people that are dying on a regular basis because they're denied this alternative, right? And when you deny the people an alternative, right, that is right there easily at your disposal, that's some devil shit. If there's a fucking heaven and a hell, these people spawn straight from hell, and that's where it's like the most wildest shit to me. And it's like, I don't know, like, I guess today was a pretty big day because it irritated the fuck out of me. And I was like, man, this is gonna create more bullshit. This is gonna give those fucking Sam dumbasses and all these other fucking pay to play posters out there that spread propaganda. It just gives them fuel, right? And that's another thing too, is watch these influencers and how much they suck dick, right? When it's all a uniform message across the board, just rest assured they're full of shit. They're getting paid to post that. They don't actually believe that. And that's what we're starting to see across the board. And actually, Shane Bancroft, you're putting in some really good fucking, comments. I appreciate that. But yes, it does all come down to all taxes. It'll affect everybody. At some point, it's going to affect you. And by the time it affects you and you start complaining, there ain't nobody else going to help you because you fucking shat on everybody before and told them to shut up or don't say nothing or whatever. I remember I used to get messages from people being like, you're too political. There's no room for politics and weed. And it's like, no, fuck it isn't. That's what it's all about. How do you think you get shit done? Hopes and prayers, right? Look, how does hopes and prayers work,
That
right?
guy makes a good point. He said something about in the UK they wanted you to change from the equipment to an electric car, but last week they started charging them per mile for their electric cars and shit.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Because they're not getting the gas tax because they charge you the gas tax.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
So think about it this way: your light bill is going to the moon and skyrocketing because private equity is buying your utility company. Okay, it's not because. And so here's the thing, you guys. They tell you to go get these fucking electric cars. We got AI coming on board. All these fucking data centers, they're pulling and drawing so much power, and then they expect you to fucking plug your car in at home. And what do? They sold the public utility companies to private equity. What does private equity do? They jack up the fucking price. So you have your base, right? So for instance, your bill's $200. There's going to be $200 there's just going to be just as much in charges of other shit in that bill. They're going to go, oh, it's a fucking Tuesday charge. That's a 3% tax. Oh, you know what? Guess what? You use your fucking power after 5 p.m. That's going to cost you 23% more, right? Because private equity destroys everything. It fucking took out Toys R Us. It took out Red Lobster. It's eating the shit out of this company, out of this country. And what do? They just sold a bunch of people on going and fucking getting electric cars. And now they're going to get bought because you're not getting the gas tax anymore, or less in the gas tax, but you got to pull out the power grid, and everybody's pulling out the power grid now because you got data centers that's just gobbling up and god amount of fucking power. And then you got private equity that's raping everybody, right? I don't know what the hell they're going to do when AI takes everybody's job. Who's going to buy the shit you're producing, right? Because everybody's going to revert to stealing it because there's nobody going to have any money to buy the bullshit you're producing, you know? That's going to be the crazy part about everything. Like, what the fuck you know, what are you going to do?
A robot delivered my drinks today. I freaked out a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Look,
I would have freaked out a lot.
look, AI was supposed to help us fucking, you know, be better artists, better creative people, maybe fucking do our laundry, not fucking take our jobs, right? That's like what, you know, like for instance, I think if a US company or any company on the globe wants to replace a human worker with a robot, they get fucking taxed 500% right out the top, right? You want to do that? Okay, well, you know, we're going to tax the shit out of you, right? You can't eliminate a workforce. You can't eliminate people, right? And then you're going to tell these people that got laid off that they're bums, right? That they fucking, you know, go pick yourself up by the bootstraps, right? Look, that's the dumbest fucking saying too. It's impossible for you to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. It's physically impossible to do that. Maybe Spooky can do it though.
What I'm wondering is, like, they already have fully automated, like, fast food restaurants. When everything moves into AI and automation, what are people going to do? And then if that many people lose their jobs, what's going to happen to money? Because it won't have the same value.
Well, that's the thing is the U.S. dollar's lost 100% of its worth over the past 100 years. That's why they want to bring in this CBDCs, right? They want to switch over to digital coin, just kind of like how Nixon fucked the rest of the world and took us off the gold standard because we sold the world fronted us money, and what do? We fucking spent the money, right? So they were like the countries were calling and going, yeah, just leave our fucking gold outside of Fort Lawton or Fort Knox. We'll pick it up ourselves. And then Nixon had to think quickly, and he's like, yeah, fuck the gold standard. We're off of it. You know, fuck you, right? We're gonna issue this fiat currency for your gold because look, Fort Knox is empty. Fort Knox is completely fucking empty. It's been looted. This country has been looted, and now it's like we are in this crazy haze. Like we're a fucking great country. The people in it, absolutely great. But all our politicians and all the CEOs and all these corporations, they fucking sold us out decades ago. And now they're just waiting for some sort of, you know, bullshit to come, right? Because they have to keep this perpetual shit. Like, for instance, we're going to start probably land striking Venezuela over the weekend because we got to steal that oil. We got to keep that money, bro, right? Look at, you know, Trump is so dumb that he's going to do that, and it's going to put us in a 10, 15-year war in the fucking down there in South America. And guess what? All those people that are going to be displaced, where do you think they're going to go? They're going to come right to our border, right,
That's
and
funny.
overrun it.
And then they're going to have
simple.
border, like everybody's going to be complaining about the border then when they don't realize that what caused it.
That's funny you say that about
Venezuela. Everybody always complains about the effect, right? And so, yeah, look, we're in one big, huge fucking dumpster fire, and I don't know how in the fuck we're going to get out of it. And it's going to stop short of a fucking revolution or something.
Straight up. Yep.
It's funny you say that about Venezuela because I actually know people that just got deployed over there.
To Venezuela?
Yeah.
We'll be land striking Venezuela any hour. That's
Marines on
for
their
sure.
way in there.
They got to get it done before the Epstein files comes out.
Yeah, they're already
Epstein
there.
files come out tomorrow, so
Shit!
so
I read
so
something
more than
tonight.
likely. What's that?
I read something tonight. I have this thing on my phone called News Brief. Is they have videos and pictures besides the original. They said there is some gruesome fucking fucked up shit on these. Like, they didn't even show them all. They just showed some of them. They said there is some fucked up shit in these pictures.
On what?
Epstein files?
Epstein files. Not the original files, but these pictures and videos that were found along with the files.
Epstein files is going to show your favorite politician, your favorite celebrity, your favorite hero is a sick fucking individual weirdo. All the way, you pick one, right? You're going to realize, like, oh, they're into that weird shit, right? Fucking, diddling kids, sadistic shit. That's what's in the Epstein files, right? And the reason why they don't want it to come out is because they're using it as a blackmail operation. What's that?
We haven't even talked about the adrenochrome. I'm just
adrenochrome's not that good.
He's like, I've had it.
You can actually order it online. It's not that good. It's like a little boost.
I like this guy.
No, it's serious.
I like the random contestant number one. Is that just from a different live, or what's up with that?
Well, no, it's like every time I go onto a live on a YouTube thing, they just say contestant, like to whatever. Like if I'm not a moderator or something like that, it just says contestant and it gives me a number. But I'll be contestant.
I'm gonna start doing that shit.
He said I'm number one today.
I want to be contestant number 2.
Yeah, I'll be number 7. I like 7.
Oh, what happened to
I just thought it was like random ass person coming on here was like on a game show. Right? I'm number 1. Where's the wheel? Get the wheel.
Oh, did they fire Alex Trebek yet? The guy from Jeopardy, he started losing his mind. I was seeing all kinds of stuff from that. He started freaking out on camera.
Drew Carey?
No, the guy that does Jeopardy. Is it Alex Trebek?
Oh yeah, he couldn't do it no more.
Yeah, he started whacking out there. I was like, oh,
he got the dementia.
Yeah, like I can't believe no one stops people like that. Not even just for their own dignity. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, let's sit this one out.
You got to smoke more weed.
For real.
No, look, they
that memory back.
It's a crazy shit. Look, we just watched a president shit his pants on stage last term, right? Like an actual sitting president shit his pants, right? Like, and then they still were like, no, that wasn't shit. That was he farted, right? Like the guy didn't know where he was, right? And then behind the scenes, we got Trump that can only stand for a certain amount of time, and then he's got to be in a walker for the rest of the time. We got to stop electing these fucking, old dinosaur people that are so disconnected from reality that they fucking
old money.
Huh?
Old money. It's old money. They call upon people that have been working with them for years and years and years. It's old money.
Trump tried to play the big boy game and thought he was a big boy, but now he realized he's a little boy and he's sucking dick to try to fucking stay afloat.
He might be onto something because, look, I think people like breathing, right? Like the Bonginos and Cash Moneys of the world, they like breathing, right? So if you get sat down, like, bitch, you like breathing? Yeah. Well, then shut your mouth if that's the case, because getting lost, right?
Yeah, straight up. I mean, it's been a clear. He sucked a dick so much he put the hat on, but hit the wall. That's crazy.
He sharded
all the way down.
I really felt bad for that guy because I'm
so mad about the Schedule 3, dude. I don't know why I'm so mad about it. I just feel like we just keep losing. First it was the Prop 64.
Yeah.
It was the fucking they tanked the shit because of COVID. Now the fucking this fucking half-assed and people are celebrating it. That's what pisses me off. Yeah, yay, yeah, this is so great.
What is that?
It's like,
I know
what the
almost
fuck?
everybody's in the right chat, but if you are not, hit that link I just shared. Make sure you guys get in the right chat. I see 4 people on OP, 3 people on mine. There's 4 people on Facebook, 2 on Twitch. Oh, 1 on Twitch. There we go. Switch over, everyone. Get in the correct
To the
chat.
main chat. Who's in mine? Let me check.
What up, Thomas? Thomas, join us over here, man.
Thomas, I asked him already if he is like in the English muffin family, and he said unfortunately not.
Did he increase in the price of baby oil, Trent said?
Hey, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if you guys may actually. We're at our guest capacity tonight with Chris.
Chris is the villain.
I don't know if you guys want to open up. Hey, we can add random people. And just, if they get weird, we just kick them out, right? We'll treat it like Instagram.
I got booted from Facebook and Facebook Messenger over some bullshit.
No, you're doing good
I'm
today,
surprised
Chris.
he's even like being this
I feel
good,
like
to
this
be
is the
honest.
best Chris
He
I've
didn't
ever
even
met.
bite on none of the conspiracy theory stuff.
I've been being good.
I mean, he
You know.
looks like a guy that he looks like a guy that thinks the Earth is flat to me.
No.
He said no. He actually has a brain.
Fucking room up there for activities. He's got the biggest head out of us all, dude. He's got the biggest brain.
That's
I
what
want
they
to know
always.
what else he's got in there. He's like an onion, bro. He's got layers.
Did you just call him an ogre?
I called him an onion, I think.
An ogre, yeah. Ogres are like onions. They have layers.
Well, I got to get out of here early today, guys. I got to go do some chores and shit. I got to get ready for it's coming Monday.
Yeah, you're busy, bro. You're a busy man.
Get it done, man. Get it done.
It's coming Monday. I'm gonna be working really hard. You know, pooping it out. I'm gonna do all the work, guys. I'm gonna be doing all the work. You know.
Good luck, bro. I need you.